for functional skills. So I've noticed that a few of you have been online and some of you have been doing some activities and tasks, but I've also noticed that some of you have been logging on to BKSB but not completing any tasks, which confused me a little bit and led me to think that maybe you need a little bit more guidance on what you can be doing on there, which is why I'm doing this. So if you can see my screen now, so this is what you will see when you go on to BKSB. You click on functional skills and you choose a course. So for English, some of you will be on legacy, some of you will be on reform. If you're not sure, if you can't remember which you're on, please get in touch. For maths, everybody's on the reform now. So you view your course. And it takes you to your learning plan. Now, this is all individual for everybody, depending on what you need to do. So, for example, for this person, working towards the target of level 1, but it's recommended that this person starts completing some entry 2 resources. They're recommended because they're currently working at E2.2, which means there are a few gaps in the learning before you start tackling the level 1 resource. So it's recommending this, but then you can go on to entry 3 and then you can go on to your target. So if you click on one of these, so just to show you overall, this is for calculations. So in maths, there's all different topics: fractions, decimals, percentages, ratio, shape, measure, statistics, whole numbers, handling information and data. It doesn't matter what you go on, but you might find it more beneficial if you go on something we've done in class and you just consolidate your learning. But it really doesn't matter. So I'm going on to this entry 2 resource that's been recommended. And you'll see there's a wealth of activities on here. So it starts with number 1, number 2, number 3, number 4. These are like explanations and tasks that you can complete to help with your learning. When you've done all the tasks, you can do a skills check. So this checks what that you've learned or how much you've learned and understood from completing these activities. So for example, there's a skills checks on symbols, on add and subtract, on multiply, and on divide. Okay, so they just check your understanding. So if you were to start at the beginning, you'd go on symbols, and it explains the skill that you're learning. So it's important that you read the explanations. Explains the skill there on divide, explain the skill, and then it gives you the chance to practice the skill. Okay, so you can go through all the different practices, and this also tells you what will mark your answer and tells you what you got right and what the right answer should be. So that's very useful. Back to home, exit resource. Back to your learning plan. Okay. Once you've completed or looked at different things, you see it will tell you how much you've completed. This is not a score, this is how much you've completed. This will give you a score. So then you could go on to your skills check for symbols. Okay, and that will give you a score. When you've done all the activities at a particular level, you can go on to the next level, entry 3. And then you can go on to the next level, which happens to be this person's target level, which is level 1. The progress check is like an exam, if you like, at the end of completing all of this. So that like tests the progress that you have made. So you don't want to be doing that. You don't want to be doing the exam before you've completed all the activities. Like I say, there's all sorts of different topics that you can complete them. Okay, can complete activities in. Okay. And I can see this, so I can go on to Teacher View and look at somebody's work. Maths reforms. Oops. So this is what I can see, and I can see when activities have been completed. So if I look at calculations, okay, I can see how many pages have been viewed and what your score from your skill check was. I can click on that, see that 7 out of 8 pages were viewed, but the skill check wasn't done. Subtract, so I can look at what has been viewed. Okay, so I hope that helps in some way or other. And any questions, you can use the messaging tool on BKSB, and I can advise you, because I'm not going to be setting you individual tasks to do. I'm just going to be looking at the tasks that you've done, and if you send me a message to say when you've done them, although I can go on and see, there's a lot to scroll through to see what you've done, whereas if you send me a little message to say you've done something, it's much quicker for me. Okay, I hope you're all keeping well and safe, and hope to see you all soon. Bye.